Welcome back again. So today we're looking into simple machine. So let's take a look at this question. So the question says that a block and tackle system is used to lift a load of 20 Newton through a vertical height of 10 meters. If the efficiency of the system is 40%, how much work is done against friction? So this implies that this machine, the block and tackle system of this machine, is being affected by friction. So reason for the efficiency not to be up to 100%. Now let's see, try to write out our parameters from what we are given from the question. Now we are being given that the load is equals to 20 Newton. Distance covered by the load is equals to 10 meters. And also we have the efficiency. To equals to 40%. So we have to look for the work done against friction. Work against friction. That's what we have to look for. So now what formula can we use since we have these are what we have from our parameters. So we have the load, we have distance of the load, efficiency and work done against friction. So you can recall by saying work against friction is equals work input minus work output. Now we can recall also from work. We know work is equals force times distance. So since that work is force times distance, then we can now come and say okay, load times distance of load, which stands for work output, which is load times distance of the load. So which means our load is 20 multiplied by distance 10, and that gives 200 joules. So that what we have, but we don't have our work input. So you have to look for our work input. So what formula connect work input, work output, and efficiency as the only parameter we have. So efficiency is equals work output over work input more multiplied by 100%. Sorry. I can have this again. So work output is what I have 200. So I have efficiency also, which is 40%. Work output, I have it to be 200. Work input is an unknown, which I don't have, all multiplied by 100%. So I can try to remove this. I can try to multiply. So I can say 40 equals 200 times 100 all over work input. So I can cross multiply from here and say I have 40 times work input equals 200 times 100. So on doing this, I can say we have 40 work input equals 200 multiplied by 100. So you can have 20,000. So work input can then become, by dividing both sides by 40 by 40. This 40 can eliminate this 40 out. Then work input can become 20,000 over 40. So when you do this, you should have 500 joules for work input. So hence, work against friction, as we've known, work input minus work output. So our work input happens to be 500 minus work input happens to be 200. Then by the time we do this subtraction, we have 300 joules, which means the work done against friction in this block and tackle system machine happens to be 300 joules. it happens to be 300 joules. So as you can see, we have our load 2019. We have established our work output. The when we establish our work output, we return it back to the formula which connects efficiency, work output, and work input. So we are able to get our value of work input. Then we can do our subtraction from here. You can try to use this approach, try to use this method in solving questions related to work done against friction machine. So you can see how easy it actually looks like. Thank you. Kindly follow this page and press the like button and subscribe to have more of this. Thank you once again.